Welcome back to the FA Youth Cup final, second leg, 2-1 to Leeds United here, 4-1 on aggregate. And what a night here. The match facts. 2-1 in the second leg to Leeds, 6 shots, 4 on target, 5 from Manchester United, 2 on target, 7 corners in total, not too many free kicks conceded, just the one offside decision, no bookings. Our guests, Gary McAllister of Leeds United and Steve Bruce of Manchester United. And Gary, what a night so far. Thoroughly enjoyable it's been, hasn't it?
Just sat here, 45 minutes has been by really quickly. It's been one of the best games I've seen this season. I don't want to go overboard, but both sides have played some great football, some lovely link-up and some
30,000 plus in to enjoy it all so far, and there's more to come, we hope. Let's have a look at the opening goal on the night from Jamie Forrester. This had you out of your chair, Gary, didn't it?
Yeah, this goal's worthy of winning any game. It's a goal made for winning an FA Cup final. You know, it's just everything. You talk about English players not having technique, and we don't have the technique of foreigners. Well, I would like to see a foreigner that can do better than this.
Kept his eye on it all the way, as Andy
This is
said.
Papan, Brazilian, everything in that.
Great finish, Steve, wasn't it?
Great goal.
Well, that made it 3-1 on aggregate. Manchester United in a little bit of trouble, needed to strike back quickly. Paul Scholes had a couple of chances, Steve. Didn't find his way through with either of these, did he?
Yeah, I think this has been the problem. The chances what they have had, and the first game and tonight, is look, he's doing everything right, and he's just anywhere else than to go. I mean, the goalkeeper's done well. He stood up, and unfortunately, it's gone straight at him, and he's pulled off a good save in the finish. And then here again, he's a bit unfortunate here because he's gone in where it hurts. He's gone in with the keeper and the defender. Look, now he's tried to react to it. He doesn't know quite where he is, and he's just stuck out a toe. And unfortunately, it's gone past the post. And on other days, they go in for you, you know. But after they got the penalty, I thought, well, let's see if we can get back into it. And then they've conceded again, you know, which is a shame for all.
Any doubts about the penalty, either of you? Gary?
I thought Tinks tried to pull out, but after seeing it again, I think it was definite penalty.
You're a long way off to make a decision like that.
Yeah, I think Keith Gillespie's done really well here. As I say, he's really positive. He's gone at people, and I mean, he tries to jump, but I still think he catches him. So I think it's a penalty. Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah, he drives forward really well here. It's hard for defenders when forwards go at them at that pace. It's hard to get the way, and that's what happened.
And Scholes had to step up in front of a very intimidating cop and convert the penalty. Did well.
Yeah, we know what that's like, don't we?
Well, you do.
He's done well. I mean, he's done well, and that just gets us a little sniff of getting back into it. Then we've conceded another goal from a flick on, really, again, where that's now the 2 goals tonight and one the other night, where I think they'll be really disappointed with that, the lads, because all season the 2 centre halves are not the biggest, as we know, but usually they're fantastic at reading things from each other. But they've just got themselves caught for this one again, and he's got inside the young lad there, and he's took it away well as well.
Did take it well, Gary, didn't he?
Yeah, as we've heard Andy mention a few times tonight, young Matty, the winger there's gambled and just anticipated the flick on, and he's got the reward for it, taking a chance. Going in the flick on. I think people might say that's a typical Leeds goal. I wouldn't agree with that, because because I think teams might think we play it towards a high striker and hope for a flick on.
I think you'd agree, Steve, would you?
Well, it's certainly. Well, you can't argue with it. It's been effective, hasn't it? I mean, they've done it well, and the big lad's has got a nice touch too. I mean, I think he's done really well, and the other lad off him, who's really lively, Forrester, have looked good, and they've caused a few problems.
And Leeds haven't let you play, have they? They've really hustled. They've made themselves first into so much, haven't they?
Yeah, well, I said that's what happened in the first game, and a part of their game plan was not to let the Manchester United's 2 central defenders get on the ball and start passing movements from there. They've really pressed right up the other end of the pitch.
Thoroughly enjoyable so far. We're expecting more of the same. The fans are still streaming in here. I know we keep going on about it, but it is extraordinary. Gary McAllister here reckons 30,000 plus now. And remember, there was 35,000 for the first leg at Old Trafford on Monday night. Nearly 70,000 in the 2 games for the Youth Cup final. This could be Premier League stuff, couldn't it? Great atmosphere, great match so far. Delighted to be able to bring it to you. We've got the whole of the second half.
Tomorrow night in Games World, it's fight night in Beat the Elite. where Monday's champion faces the Vidiators.
Behind here lurks the Vidiators. And you've got Ready on automatic.
With the gift of the grunge.
Absolutely amazing. And it's the game's messiah.
He's the force of good.
This is amazing. Can he do it? Can he do it? Yes!
He did it! Yes, indeed.
Can you beat the elite? Tomorrow at 6 on Sky One.
Welcome back to the FA Youth Cup final. 2-1 to Leeds United on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. And this is what they're doing battle for. It's decked in United's colours at the moment because, of course, right now they are the holders, but they've got a lot of work to do in order to get back into this final. Plenty of live football coming up on Sky Sports over the next few weeks and months, right the way through the summer, in fact. Wednesday, the 19th of May at 7 o'clock from England's World Cup qualifying group, San Marino against Poland. They say are the dark horses in Group 2, Poland. Saturday, the 22nd of May at 3 o'clock, the Autoglass final between Stockport County and Port Vale, live from Wembley Stadium. Wednesday, the 2nd of June, England are back in action in Group 2 in Norway. That's live here on Sky Sports. Thoroughly enjoyable evening so far. Gary McAllister and Steve Bruce, our guests. Gary, I suppose from Leeds' point of view, more of the same.
Yeah, keep it going now, you know, they can only lose it now. You know, if they just show the same commitment and attitude there, the game's in the bag.
And from United's point of view, Steve?
Well, we'll be hoping that we get an early goal as quickly as we can, and then hope that a little bit of panic comes through the Leeds team. But that's their only chance, really. I mean, they've got to go and get 3 goals. It's simple as that. So they've got to go for it. Simple as that.
No sign of that panic so far, is there? And happily, no sign of these players freezing in front of a very, very big crowd. That was a big concern early on, Gary. But
everybody's coped with it very well, both sides. I've not seen any nervousness at all by any player. Everybody's looked comfortable on the ball and tried to pass and move.
Yeah, I think they've enjoyed it. I mean, and that's what it's all about. I mean, 17, 18, they don't know how lucky they are to play in front of 30-odd thousand
15
people.
as well.
Yeah, one 15-year-old dad, yeah. Incredible.
Let's rejoin Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. In defence of Manchester United here, and Paul Hart would be pleased as the opposition coach tonight. United, from Old Trafford that is, hit by injuries to Nicky Butt and their regular right-back John O'Kane. But such has been Manchester United's quality. Alex Ferguson has been saying he's never seen a group of young players like it anywhere in his managerial career. But they won't believe that it's all up for them here. 45 minutes in which they have to score 3 times. But when you've scored more than 150 goals over the season, that's not quite as daunting as it sounds. The main problem is that Leeds United are exhibiting exactly the same sort of tenacity to go with their game plan as they showed on Monday night in Manchester. Kasper. Paul Pettinger making absolutely sure that he wasn't going to be embarrassed by any freak bounce then. Of course, the rules involving the goalkeepers and the back pass is exactly the same at this level, as you're about to see. But Eric Harrison, the Manchester United coach, is a big supporter of this innovation. He says it makes his central defenders play and even take a chance or two and develop their technique. Gillespie playing here. Kasper. But Whelan working across, as Gary McAllister was saying at half-time. Instructions when Manchester United have the ball at the back for the Leeds players, Whelan and Forrester, to make Gary Neville and Kasper play it wide or just get rid of the ball quickly forward, give it away perhaps, and stop Manchester United building from the back.
Yeah, it's a part that's worked very well indeed in the opening 45 minutes.
Let's get a word from Nick Collins, who's been down as usual on his touchline beat.
Martin, I had a quick word with Paul Hart as he came out from his half-time team talk. Basically, all he said was, this is a very hard game and it's going to get harder. He's also a bit worried by the pace of the game. He says his young team have played an awful lot of football this year, but he does stress they're very fit.
That's very much the order of things with Leeds United, of course. And I suppose we tend to forget what it was like as 18-year-olds and just how much you could run and run and run.
I don't think there'll be many excuses for tired legs out there tonight, Mark. I honestly don't.
Sharp. Lower ball that time towards Forrester. It goes to Whelan in the air via Bowman. Covering was Casper. Riley clearing. Robert Savage with the header down. Beckham trying to involve Gillespie, but Sharp having a say of his own. He's looked good going forward when he's had the time to do it. Kevin Sharp, who got a run in the senior team for Leeds when Tony Dorigo was injured at the back end of the season. A lot of the Leeds first team players are here tonight, cheering on the youngsters. Oliver's cross. Forrester. Here comes Cousins with a crack. And Leeds trying to pick up the bits and pieces. Whelan. This might give Lee Chapman some competition next season. Maybe they play both of them, Andy.
Would be daunting, wouldn't it? He certainly looked big enough. When you talk about having the physical ability to come in from youth level to play Premier League, there's certainly no Whelan shouldn't have any problems in that score.
His one game in the first team at Hillsborough recently, he played wide right of midfield. Melbourne through the middle. Memory serves me right, Lee Chapman did play and score in that match, a 1-1 draw.
But it's more of the same. Start of this half. Manchester United trying to get it down, trying to play. But Leeds, to their credit, are working tremendously hard at putting them under pressure and stopping them playing.
Irving, as he was caught by Daly. Kevin Daly was born here in Leeds, but qualifies and has played for the Republic of Ireland at under-18 level. Thornley. But there's Smith out again, doing that job in front of the fullback. And drawing the sting from Ben Thornley on the United left. Gary Neville, who's making something of a habit of going up to collect trophies for Manchester United, but may not be doing that tonight.
Well, they need something to happen for them very quickly.
Paul Pettinger here was the substitute goalkeeper for Leeds in the Premier League game at Manchester City. Didn't get on. John Lukic was injured and Mervyn Day kept goal. Manchester United trying to play from the back and not really getting away with it. And Whitmarsh this time just has to hack it away, but it's a good clearance up to the head of Savage. Irving trying to get the ball back to him. Tinkler forced back, and he was sure that there was a deflection. It should have been a Leeds throw. Sordak in the referee.
So was a section of the crowd right behind it as well.
The referee has given it, as you can see, to Manchester United and to Gary Neville, and his ability to hurl the ball great distances. Neville, having seized the ball from a mistake by Cousins. Scholes having to play in midfield tonight rather than as an out-and-out attacker because Nicky Butt's injury. Savage. On Thornley. He did well to maintain his concentration after the miss kick by Gillespie.
It's a lovely piece of football again, though, involving Gillespie from start and almost to finish there with a volley. But it drops very invitingly for Ben Thornley. Should really be at the target, even at, well, I say even at this level, but any level. It drops down, you see on the half volley, to hit it. And he really doesn't get over the top of it at all.
Knocked on by Bowman as he was fouled as we look back to the game in the middle of the pitch. Pitch that will require some attention from the ground staff over the next couple of months. Whelan. It's Forrester. Ford. One would have thought that Gary Neville got a call then from Darren Whitmarsh. Three up for Manchester United. And securing was Cousins. Irving. Now Thornley. Savage. It's a late tackle by Daly, and Paul Durkin's going to reach for the card here.
I think it's just a case of one too many there. You see, he comes in, he's played the ball off, and the tackle comes in late. And I think Kevin Daly, referee, just said to Kevin Daly, that's enough, just calm things down.
Kevin Daly booked here. Mark Tinkler, the other centre-back, got a yellow card in the first game. Thornley. Little trip there, says the referee. Not a decision warmly greeted here.
I certainly think he makes a meal of it. The skill is admirable. Beautiful feet there. Pokes the ball away, I thought, and then down he goes.
Well, David Beckham steps up. He's a tall player, often gives a lazy impression. I'm sure that's a false impression. Blessed with a deft touch at free kicks. Another of the England internationals. When Manchester United needed something magical then, they couldn't quite find the spell. A touch from Whelan. And Bowman is away. Scholes trying to match him. Bowman goes for the shot. Not really fancying his own speed to stride on then.
I was surprised at that. I thought as it dropped to Rob Bowman, I thought, go on, son, get it out your feet and stride into the penalty area. That's where he should have been heading, for the box. He would have known for sure no one would have been able to tackle him in there. But he opted to try and chip the goalkeeper.
We're 10 minutes into the second half of the second leg of the 1993 FA Youth Cup final. Two famous clubs, both of whom have reactivated their youth policy in recent times. Alex Ferguson certainly changed things when he arrived in England back in the mid-80s. And he's here with Brian Kidd tonight. Brian Kidd was the youth development officer who signed up so many of the present youth team before Brian himself, of course, was promoted. Forrester going in here, but not really looking at the ball. Oliver. Tinkler. There was a late tackle by Savage, who of course was the player involved on the receiving end in the previous incident that led to the booking for Daly. Maybe a little bit of temper and a late tackle, maybe.
I